In this video, I want to take a look at some predefined functions and classes that we can use. One of them that gets used a lot is the math class. And we can see, looking at W3 schools, and there's a lot of information on the math class, some different things that we can do. You have math.round, math.pow to get the power of, or a number to the power of the second number. You can get the square root of a number. You can get pi, absolute values, so much more. And there's a lot that you can use there. This W3 Schools is a really good resource to use to try to get some of that information and do some of these things. So I'm going to look at using those a little bit for some different purposes. Here I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of the scripts that I have in here so that I have a clean slate to start working with. And I want to set up a few variables. So let number 1 equal prompt, enter a number, and then let number 2 equal prompt, enter another number, and then we'll let number 3 enter a final number. So now we have 3 variables with 3 numbers in them, and I want to use the math.max. So then here in this document, dot get element by ID, our output div that we have in our HTML that we can see here that we created in the last video, dot inner HTML. I'm going to set that equal to whatever the highest value is that gets entered there. So math.max. And then I'm going to pass it in however many numbers I want it to compare. So in this case, I have these 3 numbers. So I want it to compare number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I'm just separating those variables with commas so that it knows that each new thing is a new variable that I'm passing into it. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Now this math.max should tell me which one of these numbers was the highest, regardless of what order it got put in. So now when I go back over here, I run my page, enter a number. So I'm going to start off with, we'll say 3. I'm going to go with 75, and then 12. So now what we should be getting is under this alert me where we have this div, we should get the number 75. And we do. And just to show that it doesn't matter what order these are in, I could start with 90, 25, and 30. And now I'm getting 90. It's returning whichever one of those numbers that I passed it was the highest. You can do a number of different things with these. You could get some rounding done. You can get cosines, the minimum number. If we wanted, instead of the max, we could get the smallest number. So we can save this, refresh this, put in our numbers. So 56, 61, and 12. And it's giving us the smallest of those numbers. We can do a lot of different things with these, just kind of depends on what you need to do. You can use, maybe if I didn't want to pass any of those in, I wanted a random number, I can use this math.random, and it will just give me some random number. So now when I refresh my page, it's just giving me some random numbers between 0 and 1. And you can control the way that works by doing some other things, but we're not really going to get into that. I just wanted to kind of look at some of these predefined classes. In the next video, I want to take a look at the date class and some of the things that we have available with that.